Man, you've got to show gratitude for every little thing you have.
When you put your eyes on the right things, you have eternal energy flowing through you. It is so easy for you and I to settle where we are and forget that the future awaits us. It's so easy to settle with what we have and never to think if there is more in the future.
You don't grow in the good times when everything's going your way. You grow when there's pressure. You feel like being sour, but you choose to be happy. You got to train your mind to see the good, to be grateful for what you have. Life will go so much better if you will be content in each season. Content when you have a lot, and content when you don't have a lot.
I can't change what I did yesterday, but I can change what I'm gonna do today. Some of you need to stop whining about yesterday.
Stop putting yourself down. Stop criticizing yourself. Stop mistreating yourself. Begin to treat yourself as something that's very precious. Affirm, I am healthy, happy, and whole. Love yourself and heal your life. Forgive the past, move on, and live in today.
If you can become extremely grateful and thankful for what you have, you then open up the lanes for you to receive more.
And if you can't see anything beautiful about yourself, get a better mirror. Look a little closer, stare a little longer.
We become what we believe. You don't become what you wish for or what you want. You become what you really believe in your heart you deserve and you're worthy of.
Anchor your life in your future, and that'll give you the power to move forward.
Forget about the past. We all have regrets. We can't live our lives constantly going over the regrets and the failures and the guilt and the shame.
You cannot have a wonderful today if you're holding on to the misery of the past, or even the good of the past, or you're terrified of the future.
If you will change, everything will change for you. You don't have to change what's outside. All you've got to change is what's inside. To have more, you simply have to become more.
In order to work at solving these things called problems in your life, you have to change your mind.
What could you give up? I want to challenge you to think about this week. What could you give up? An hour of TV a week? What could you give up in order to make more time for the things that matter in life?
If we make right choices, we will eventually get right results.
I want to tell you something, attitude. Man, if we can ever understand the power of attitude. If, you know, there's a lot of things people can maybe take away from you, but your attitude belongs to you. I can have a new beginning. I can do hard things. I can lose the weight I need to lose. I can get my health back. I can get in good shape. I can get my house cleaned up. I can get out of debt.
The only thing that changes our life long term is when we raise our standards. It means that all of us in life have things we want. We don't get what we want. We get what we have to have.
It's painful to understand how much of what you're doing isn't productive. If you spend a productive hour when you're 20, then you gain the benefits of that hour for the rest of your life.
You're not going to flip the switch at 30 years old and have the big house, nice cars, and a fat bank account just because you wished it. You got to put in the work now.
We all get what we tolerate in ourselves and other people. But when you're no longer willing to tolerate something, that's when your life changes.
Everybody really lives the same thing. They live the same 24 hours. It's just that some people, their results are different because of the way they use their 24 hours.
How much time do you waste? When you get to like 6 hours a day, 80% of the people put up their hands.
I want to encourage you, please, stop wasting time.
6 hours a day. It's 42 hours a week. So let's call that a work week, 40 hours a week. Let's assume your time's worth $50 an hour, which I think is an underestimate, but whatever. Let's call it 50. We could call it 25, but we'll call it 50. If that's $2,000 a week you're wasting. It's $100,000 a year. It's like, how much better would your life be if you weren't wasting $100,000 a year? It's like, what is that over 40 years? $4 million. It's like, you're rich. You don't even know it. Quit wasting time.
Everyone in the world has a list of things they think they should do. I should lose weight. I should work out. I should spend more time with my kids. I should work harder. I should make more calls. I should. What changes people is when your should becomes a must. When suddenly the thing you said should happen has to happen. That's when human beings change.
And the more you want, the more work you gotta put in. The bigger your ambition, the more you gotta punch that clock. And you gotta give up shit, fun and leisure and laziness and rest and all of it.
Do not waste your life. Don't waste your life. And please don't have an attitude that somebody else needs to do for you what you're supposed to be doing for yourself.
So when I procrastinate, even though I think that I'm giving myself a break, I'm actually going to have to work twice as hard as I would have had I just got up and done it.
Discipline hurts, doesn't it? We don't want to do it for a little while. But regret is long term.
The way that you're going to enrich and fulfill and feel good about your life is by doing the best that you possibly can for yourself. And that doesn't mean you're selfish.
What would be the consequences? What are the consequences of you putting off whatever it is for too long? You guys, once you know something is right to do, don't wait anymore. Okay, don't put it off, because these are the things that are critical.
Come on, you need to do some things for yourself in your life. There's some things that only you can do, and if you won't do them, nothing is ever going to work in your life.
I think laziness destroys as many lives as any other sin does. And it may be destroying your life right now, and you may not even think of what you're dealing with as laziness. You may think that you just have a parenting problem, or you may think that you have a marriage problem, or you may think that you have a financial problem, when in reality what you have is a laziness problem.
Whatever anything in life that's worth having, worth fighting for, worth working toward, requires discipline.
Don't waste your damn life. It's painful. It's painful to recognize that. Then it's painful to think, oh my God, look how undisciplined I am. I don't know anything. I can't use a schedule. I can't stick to a calendar. I don't have any aims. I don't know anything about the world, right? And maybe there's a part of me that's bitter because I haven't got everything already, and I'd just like to say, to hell with it. It's like, that's what makes you vicious and untrustworthy. All of that. No one wants to look at that, and no bloody wonder.
Do it now. Stop procrastinating. Do the things that you ought to be doing.
You cannot stop a day. You cannot stop an hour. But you can control how it will be used.
Let me ask you a question. Is your problem really your problem, or is it your attitude toward your problem that's your problem?
If you do what you do well, and you do it with a good attitude, a spirit of excellence will begin to shine through you in a dark world, and you will stand up and you will stand out.
I'm telling you today that if you can adjust your attitude on a daily basis, no matter what's going on in your life, you can still enjoy your life.
There are new levels in front of us, but much of it depends on how bad we want it. Quit telling yourself it's too hard. It's too early. I've had too many setbacks. You can do what you want to do.
So you have to pay attention to how you're speaking to yourself and make sure you're speaking words of hope and words of faith and words that are kind. Sometimes you just need to encourage yourself. Sometimes you just need to say, you know what, this is hard. I mean, you've been dealing with some hard stuff. And look at you. You're still persevering.
You can change your life by changing your thoughts. If your life is not going in the direction that you want today, I encourage you, push your thoughts in the direction that you want.
Stop judging yourself unworthy.
If I want to believe that life is lonely and that nobody loves me, then that is what I will find in my world. However, if I am willing to release that belief and to affirm for myself that love is everywhere and I am loving and lovable, and to hold on to that new affirmation and to repeat it often, then it will become true for me.
You can't put poison into you over and over and expect to live a positive, faith-filled life.
I'm going to live from gratitude today. I'm going to live from blessing, I'm going to be a blessing in people's life today. I'm going to get stronger today.
If you wait too long to decide what you're going to do with your life, you'll find out that you've already done it. You have to learn to start where you are.
You can break that addiction if you really want to. You can forgive that person that hurt you. You can make your marriage work. You can write that book. You can accomplish your dream if you want to bad enough. Your will is one of the most powerful things you have. You have greatness in you. Don't let people talk you out of it. Don't let circumstances convince you that you can't. There are new levels in front of you. There are great relationships, healing, promotion, abundance. My question is, how bad do you want it?
The key to success is to start where you are. Right where you are, not when things get better, not if things were different, not if you had what somebody else has, but start where you are.
A good attitude can give you an above average life, and a bad attitude will always give you a below average life.
The moment you start feeling abundant and worthy, you are generating wealth. The moment you're empowered and feel it, you're beginning to step towards your success. The moment you start feeling whole, your healing begins. And when you love yourself and you love all of life, you'll create an equal. And now you're causing an effect.
Today, we can choose to change our attitude. Attitude is our choice.
Now imagine what this world would be like today if no one ever gave up on their life dream. Always have the courage to hear what others say is impossible and believe you will be the one to make it happen.
You don't have to feel confident to be confident. You just say, I am confident. You don't say, I feel confident, I don't feel confident. You say, I am confident. Learn to like yourself. Learn to spend time with yourself.
Attitude is the librarian of our past, the speaker of our present, and the prophet of our future. Our attitudes determine our success and happiness in life more than giftedness, more than opportunities or circumstances. Our attitudes affect our life.
When everything says it's not going to happen, instead of getting discouraged, you kick in to a new gear. Normal people would give up. Normal people would settle, but you're not normal. You want it on another level.
I'm in the unknown, and I always say the best way to predict your future is to create it. Not from the known, but from the unknown. What thoughts do you want to fire and wire in your brain? What behaviors do you want to demonstrate in one day?